Memorial Stadium. We've reached week 9 of the EA Sports college football season. Contenders, pretenders, starting to separate. The Longhorns ready to kick it away first. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bulldogs offense will go on the attack first. Bluff Bothwell, he is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
Man, this is going to be so much fun. The irresistible force versus the immovable object, right? Like this running game, this is what they do. They pride themselves, one of the absolute best running backs in the country, Palmer. But this defense, they don't take a back seat to many. They stop the run. They're physical. This will be awesome.
And they play like a unit, too, on defense. All 11 guys playing as one, and they pride themselves on stopping the run and being the more physical side and owning the line of scrimmage. And they've talked about this all week. We've got to get multiple players to the ball, gang tackle this guy. What a challenge for this defense going up against simply one of the best in college football.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll run play action. Finds his man. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3. Mississippi State right back to the line. On 3rd down, here's Bothwell. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. All things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Taylor wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Longhorns offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He scored 4 times in their last game, just under 100 yards in the W.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football. And I see a little bit of that again today.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Manning from the gun on third down. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Buried before he could blink.
And I absolutely understand wanting to make a play for your team, man, but you've got to know when to give it up. You're at this part of the field, man. This is the part of the field where you throw the football.
They got it. It's blocked. And they scoop it up. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Past the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. How in the world did he miss that? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, coming off that turnover, they know their defense has had their back, but the offense has to make them pay. This is an opportunity for them to get back in this game. It's been close so far, but the offense has to get on the board. Coming off that turnover, I feel the momentum shifting down here on this sideline. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Offense in an empty set. Arch is going to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lockett. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Got a man, it's Johnson. Across the 35. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Mississippi State right back to the line. The RPO, it's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Lining up for the point after and the lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. Here's Arch to throw. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build.
Makes the grab in their space. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. He'll try to do it himself. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Manning. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Texas sideline, guys, the running back told me something to keep an eye on. It's just he's a little banged up and bruised up. Last week in that win, a lot of contact that he absorbed, and he said he's got to really fight through it here today. Not 100%, but I will let you know how it's going from the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, keep an eye on that one for us. To give to the back. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
You know, God bless Texas because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. They know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield, so a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance because of those names you just mentioned. We're expecting this running game to be elite.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. He's got him. Snags it and he's open. They've got it to the 49-yard line and they'll move the chains. And the Longhorns are marching down the field. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now is when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special.
Ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the 1st down marker. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Past the 30. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And the Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Here's Manning to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. Speeding down the left side. 10. Touchdown Bulldogs. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, Manning. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to run it. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The officials blow the whistle to stop play. There is a Longhorn shaken up. That's the big sophomore tight end who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on him. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll run for it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
They'll give it to him again. Here's a little room there, and he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Run in the red zone. It's Smothers. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. On the move. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he charges across the line. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense. Being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Rush is on him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Taylor wants to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Wants to return it. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Manning fires to the big fella. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. The run inside. It Smothers. Inside the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Gets it out quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route run. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Arch Madness. Gets it out fast. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal.
Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half. To cut this to a one-possession game, you need more of that physicality in the second half.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2 and try to tie it as it is. They're down by 1. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. You just don't want to make a big mistake here. Taylor wants to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the first half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you've got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover, which now gives your opponent the chance to score some more points here at the end of the half.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Might as well stick with him. Got a little grass. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Using his legs, it's Simon. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Power football with the run. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Catching up with the Texas head coach coming out of the locker room. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the 3rd quarter. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Oh, they're after him. Hauls it in. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Throws it deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. the RPO and throw it right. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Mississippi State going up tempo. Taylor wants to throw it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that was knocked away. The defender did a really good job. I would argue maybe put his hands on that and caught it, but there's a reason he plays defense, but definitely a forced throw and really nice coverage.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's a give to Bothwell. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On his way back from the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Running behind that left side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Throwing Manning. Pulls it in. It's Wingo. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Got his man on the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. The officials blow the whistle to stop play. There is a Longhorn shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a single.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Taylor wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Trying to take it back. Touchdown,
offense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well, with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Taylor wants to throw it. Snagged out of the air. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose, already the fifth kick of the night. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Last drive ended after a long missed field goal. Caught, and he's got room. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They're dealing with a second and long. Caught in the backfield. It's Evans. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Now on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Texas sideline, guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
Appreciate that, Holly. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Arch is going to throw for it. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
He's got his man. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Caught in the backfield, it's Lockett. Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Running inside, it's Smothers. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Peterson
finding some room. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
Trying to punch it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great stop by this defense. 2nd down and goal. Getting a lost yardage play. Now putting your defense in a better position for 3rd down.
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? Around the end, it's Simon. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollack.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense. because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Mississippi State sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. The play-action fake. He's going to take off. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Mississippi State right back to the line. Taylor wants to throw. Looking left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the catch. It's Evans. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Well, you're down 2 possessions. The defense knows you're going to take shots, so it's not going to be easy. But how about that explosive play and a 50-50 ball? Guy comes down with it, and that is...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn. Took it all the way back to the house. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Pulls it in. It's West. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. Taylor wants to throw it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. There he goes. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Pass protection has been a problem all night long, and now it's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Skips away from pressure. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Defense comes Comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. The offense changing the play. Here's Arch to throw. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And the offense takes control of this football game. I tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you in every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Taylor wants to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just...
And, guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. They get to him as he throws. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Hand off for Brown. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
They feed him again. Running to Green. Brings into the open. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And while they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Fighting, keep showing your coaches it matters, and maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
It's dropped, and that's how we'll wrap up this one as the game is over. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up